Companies who use SAP usually maintain one or more SAP systems, namely one or more copies of the previously discussed architecture, forming a system landscape for different purposes. Most of these companies often establish, so to say, a quality assurance system landscape that includes a development, quality or test, and of course a production system. Why we need three different instances of the same, let's say, SAP ERP system? Well, in the world of SAP, it's usual that these systems are under a continuous development. New updates often appear, developers create new or modify existing functions, consultants fine-tune the system, or something like these. But besides these developments, companies would like to use their systems for production as well, like helping their businesses to improve and grow. And what about testing and trainings? On the one hand, the development system usually doesn't have enough valid data to test. And on the other hand, it's not advisable to generate test and training data in the productive environment. So we need a third system, also known as quality or test system, a near productive environment with near productive data that enables the business users to run near productive tests and allows the beginner users to learn without hurting the productive activities. So we split these responsibilities and activities into separate systems, enabling the users to develop, test, learn and run productive business activities at the same time without hurting each other's. Generally, the development system is used by system administrators who monitor the status of the system, like the system performance or the storage space, and intervenes if it's needed. Module specialists who, let's say, activate prebuilt standard functions or customize the system's behavior according to the business requirements. And ABAP developers who, if neither the standard functions nor the customization satisfy the business user's needs, modifies the existing functions or develop new ones with the help of the ABAP programming language. So, as you can see, this system is used by administrators, specialists and developers who aim to further develop and fine-tune the system according to the business needs. As soon as the developers, consultants or the administrators finish their job in the development system, they create, so to say, a development package, or also known as a transport request. Namely, they create a snapshot about the given development that later the administrators can import into the quality or test system as well, ensuring the consistency among the different systems. So they don't have to carry the same developments as many times as many systems they have. They only need to develop a program or a function only a single time, only within the development system. Now we are in the quality or test system. The development has been closed, the administrators imported the transport, so the key business users are ready to test the new or modified functionalities. In this system, we do not perform any developments, it's mainly for testing and training. In addition to the key business users, system administrators also use this system, who monitor the status of the system and intervenes if it's needed. And beginner SAP users also use this system, who wants to learn the usage of the system or wants to practice. So once again, you will log in and work in this system if, let's say, an SAP development project is ended and you need to test the new or modified features, or you want to learn or practice something without hurting the productive processes. As soon as the key business user say that the tests were successful, the system administrators releases the relevant transport package that includes the tested functionalities or features, which means that the developments are ready for production deployment. Finally, the productive system is generally used by system administrators who monitor the status of the system and intervenes if it's needed. and business users who perform their daily business activities like financing, warehousing, HR, or more other activities. Here we don't test or develop anything. This is the system where actually the real business processes are being executed. So once again, why we need three different instances of the same system? Well, enabling the users to develop, test, learn and run productive business activities at the same time without hurting each others. For this, let's see an example. It's 10 o'clock right now in the morning. Jess from the finance is running a few business transactions through her SAP GUI in the productive system. While Bob, who is a beginner SAP user, is on a training and practicing the usage of the system, logged in through also an SAP GUI into the quality or test system. At the same time, Katie, who is an ABAP developer, is finishing her latest development and ready to pass it for further tests in the quality or test system. So, as you can see, these users have very different responsibilities and they perform totally different activities at the same time. However, they still can work together in harmony without hurting each other's processes thanks to this system landscape. Of course, it's only an example. In reality, hundreds of users work in the same system at the same time without hurting each others. Alright, this is all that you need to know about the architecture of SAP NetWeaver based systems and the typical SAP system landscape for the first time. In this module, we talked about many technical details, so in order to help you clarifying what is said, let me summarize what we have learned.